So, Superman just soared past $400 million globally, and the trades are treating it like a cured box office cancer. According to every legacy media outlet, this is a win, a comeback, a triumphant return for the DC universe. Yeah, unless you can count. Because if this is a win, I'm Batman. Hey, geeks and nerds, welcome back to The Critical Nerd. Now, whether you're a longtime subscriber or you just rage-clicked your way in after seeing James Gunn's name on the title, we're the only channel brave enough to say, James Gunn's Superman might not be terrible. I myself gave it a 5 out of 10. But the box office, it's definitely not faster than a speeding bullet. It's like maybe faster than a brisk jog. Today, we're unpacking Superman's second weekend. The supposed proof that the DCU is saved, restored, and absolutely not on fire. Stick around, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss when Hollywood burns again. So let's start with the headlines, shall we? Superman dropped just 54% in its second weekend. Yeah, we're celebrating because the superhero movie didn't collapse like a wet paper bag. Warner Brothers pulled in about $57 million domestically over the weekend, bringing the U.S. total to around $235 million after 10 days. And the internet? Well, it did what it does. It immediately lit up like this was The Dark Knight Returns. It's ahead of Batman by 3%. It's outperforming Guardians 3 by 16%. I mean, that's cool. But it's also like saying your 2025 Ford gets better mileage than a 2013 Honda Civic. Congrats on being slightly more efficient than the thing people stopped caring about a decade ago. Now let's talk about the thing that Warner Brothers doesn't want you focusing on. The international box office is a graveyard. Roughly 142 million internationally through Friday. That's not underperforming. That's vanishing without a trace. And gee, I wonder why. I mean, could it be because WB cast a bunch of unknowns in key roles to save money? Shockingly, international audiences didn't rush out to watch Superman, the generic edition. It turns out people across the globe like stars. I mean, who knew? And let's talk numbers, shall we? Or more accurately, the budget black hole. Officially, the production budget was $225 million. Unofficially, according to some tax records in the state of Ohio, internal documents reveal it was actually north of $360 million. The marketing? First they said $100 million. Now it's closer to $200 million. So we're roughly in the $400 to $500 million ballpark all in. Just to make a Superman movie that's pacing like a CW finale. Even if it hits that $700 million number worldwide. To me, that's on the optimistic side. I think it'll hit $700 million. Warner Brothers only sees 50% of that revenue back after exhibitor splits over the run. That means blended domestic and international numbers, post adjustments. That's about $350 million returning to the studio after spending around $500 million. You don't need a TI-83 to see the S-shield is upside down. And of course, the media spin machine is in hyperdrive, with headlines screaming how Superman soars past $400 million. Like it's some kind of earth-shattering milestone. But the real highlight? James Gunn himself brushing off the $700 million break-even chatter as utter nonsense. I mean, of course he does. That's Hollywood for please stop doing math on my press tour. And DC fans? After years of false starts, canceled projects, mustache memes, and entire cinematic timelines getting Thanos snapped, they're just happy this one didn't burn the house down. They're celebrating this like it's The Dark Knight Returns. Folks, this cope is of the highest order. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Superman has to survive Fantastic Four First Steps this upcoming weekend. And all that warm, fuzzy word of mouth? It's about to hit a brick wall made of multiversal nonsense. Realistically, we're probably talking somewhere in the mid 600 worldwide, realistically. I mean, I still think it might hit 700 million if it holds better than expected against Fantastic Four. That's not a win. That's we lost money, but at least the movie doesn't suck kind of outcome. It's not a victory lap. It's treading water with a smile. Now look, let's be fair about this. The movie's not terrible, at least in my opinion. Again, I gave it a 5 out of 10. I thought it was mid at best. But the 54% drop is decent in today's superhero bloodbath. Audience scores? Yeah, they're solid. Most people left the theater saying, this was fine. But fine doesn't launch a cinematic universe. Fine doesn't pay for 5 years of DCU roadmaps and 16 other James Gunn pet projects. Not awful isn't a business model unless you're Netflix. Let's call this like it is. Superman finishes in the $650 to $700 million zone unless it finds surprise legs. Either way, that's still below what a $500 million all-in spend wants to see. It's not Green Lantern level catastrophic, but it ain't Iron Man either. So is this the beginning of a new DCU or just another chapter in Warner Brothers' never-ending reboot roulette? We'll find out soon because Fantastic Four First Steps is just around the corner, and that one might be Marvel's last step if things go sideways. So just to recap, Superman drops 54% in its second weekend and WB throws a parade. 400 million global, still way short of safety. Even at 700 million, the studio's still underwater on theatrical. Not terrible is now the new gold standard. And somehow, this is what a win looks like in 2025? Smash that like button harder than Zod hit the pavement. Subscribe for more sarcasm-fueled truth bombs. And let me know in the comments. Is this the DCU soft reboot? Or just a soft landing into financial mediocrity? Until next time, stay skeptical, stay sarcastic, and remember, in Hollywood these days, even barely breaking even counts as soaring to new heights. Critical Nerd, out.